Alright, hello everyone, and welcome now to a game and a cast between, who is it going to be? It's going to be XiaoKK and KKapstone, taking place here on Amazonia. Here on the top right hand side of the map we have XiaoKK spawning as the blue orc. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left we have KKapstone spawning as the red human. This is taken from, well, the NetEase servers, so these are all more ladder play based than anything else, and I'm trying to squeeze in a cast during my lunch break before I have, well, other obligations to take care of. Those of you guys who follow me on Facebook know that I did recently get my Twitch hoodie. Got a Twitch hoodie. Maybe I'll get a purple one. I don't know. I don't even know how you even get a purple Twitch hoodie. But if I ever get sponsored or get enough followers on their subscriptions, do they send you one? I don't know what the deal is there. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down. What's going down on Amazonia? On the bottom left, you see a human opening up. It looks like it will be your standard Archmage versus a Blade Master. And some things to note. As a caster, it is difficult for me to remember sometimes when I have to turn off Fog of War and I don't. There's actually a bug with the minimap where buildings will not get destroyed on the Fog of War and gold mines will actually stay on the minimap as well. Thereby making it much more difficult for me to keep track of the minimap, see like, okay, the gold mines are gone, so on and so forth. Trying to keep track to all of those, keeping track of all of those little finer details while giving you an entertaining cast is a bit difficult. Also, my particular casting style is more play-by-play, so a lot of people are like, hey, we want to hear more analytical thoughts, we want to know what you're thinking, how things are going to unwind and unfold. Well, definitely I will be giving those as well, since I don't have a color commentator with me. But I don't want to lose the energy in the cast. So oftentimes I'll talk about orc burrows and talk about other things as well, pertaining to a particular strike and the excitement of what's going down in one fight as opposed to getting into the finer, macro detail, macro orientation of the game. Archmage will pick up a Circuit of Nobility here, finishing off the rest of these rogues. You could perhaps see the Water Elemental and the Militia finish off the remainder of these creep camps here, as the Archmage does really want to get to level 2. Tome of Strength being ignored because, well, nope, never mind. Archmage goes back to pick it up. Actually surprised that the Water Elemental was the first one to engage there. Normally you want to engage with the Militia, just because the Water Elemental does deal so much damage. You absorb a little damage on the Militia, but then they're going to go ahead and be able to hide inside this walled base, at least for a little bit of time. Back at the other end of the base, Blade Master using up those healing salves, going to go ahead and pick up a Circlet of Nobility and then make his rounds out as well, and try to put pressure onto the Archmage while he is creeping. Now, the Archmage is doing a good job here. He's purposely going after the lower level creeps first, just to guarantee that he is getting some experience. The downside, though, is that the Blade Master is going to be able to come by here and perhaps get some damage onto these units. Now, a Grunt is coming across over as well. You can see the Archmage is going to be running for the hills. He does have the benefit of additional 1.5 armor, but that Blade Master is still going to be a problem. There you see a Windwalk strike onto that Kobold Taskmaster. Ooh, a bash onto him. That's exactly what he doesn't want to see, and he sees it twice within the same couple of hits. Is the Water Elemental perhaps going to be able to get the last killing blow there? Does the Blade Master get the experience? Yes, he will, in addition to the Sentry Wards, as he is now backing off here. Archmage at the other end of the woods taking some needless damage. Not quite sure what that is about. That's not really what you want to be doing, as the population count is still fairly even. XiaoKK 3 down in population supply, but has plenty of orc burrows ready to go. The Stronghold will go ahead and finish upgrading, and we should be looking at a Shadow Hunter as that second hero. Meanwhile, at the other end of the woods, the Water Elemental just hanging around. Not quite sure why he didn't engage to get these Murloc Tide Runners. Drops a new Water Elemental instead, and this Nightcrawler automatically just spreads damage across different units to get that poison off anyways. A little bit of a waste of mana there. He could have engaged with the Archmage away while the Water Elemental was there on timed life, and then bought a little bit more time to do something else with this Archmage once more and have more mana for an additional Archmage later, or additional Water Elemental later on. Boots of Speed wandering around here. Blade Master is going to be able to easily creep jack here. Troll Shadow Priest gonna get taken out. There it goes. Picks up the Tome of Intelligence. Blade Master now looking to get a little bit more damage once more as the Blade Master is chasing back again. Alright, Water Elemental Footman now getting taken out. Footman needs to escape through, and a beautiful micro right there. Pathing as the Footman now getting pathed himself. Grunts are doing a great job. One dead Footman deserves another, as there it goes. Rifleman now being added. Interesting choice here to add Rifleman and a Blood Mage. Alright, Blood Mage, Archmage, mana battery strategy, perhaps you're going to be trying to banish that Blade Master, take him out of the fight, siphon mana away from him. It does shut down the Shadow Hunter quite a bit if the Shadow Hunter is unable to get a lot of heals off. Now the problem is that siphon mana is a channeled ability, so if the Shadow Hunter is close enough to get siphoned mana'd, well, a Hex should be very much nearby. That is the downside to this particular strategy, and we'll see if whether or not XiaoKK does respond accordingly. We do see a single Arcane Sanctum, so instead of dual Arcane Sanctums, it is going to be single Arcane Sanctum, one barracks trying to get rifle casters, a strategy, well, much more common in the days of old, Reign of Chaos. And, well, we also see a Blood Mage here, so we'll see what ability the Blood Mage has in this upcoming fight. Meanwhile, Blade Master absorbing a fair bit of damage. Shadow Hunter could try and pick up the healing salve there. Drops the Sentry Ward, does get a healing salve. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter continuing to try and finish off the remainder of these units. There is a Sentry Ward off over here, and the Blade Master should be able to finish off a Footman and some more. Alright, the Blade Master is going to be, Footman now looking to back off. Is it going to be able to finish it off? There's a 21 extra gold. Blade Master finishes off a Footman as well, and then picks up the Tome of Experience. Nicely done once more as the Blade Master now using a replenishment potion and a healing salve, regenerating, well, a lot of hit points a second. Blood Mage. Double Circlet of Nobility. What does this really mean? Archmage sitting at level 3 now as the Blood Mage gonna get hexed right there. Oh, definite problem. No easy way to get healed. Blood Mage, is he gonna try and banish the units? Oh no, he banishes himself as he gets hexed as well. We could see a surround here, and that Blood Mage gonna get taken down even before it's, well, at all useful. That is absolutely a horrible play there. But then again, there are a lot of Riflemen and a lot of militia joining in on the fight. The range ability of these Riflemen, they do have the range upgrades, upgrading to 600 range as opposed to your typical 400. And that could end up becoming a problem. Let's take a look. Footman now looking to back off. Footman trying to get away. Is he going to be able to get back? Peasants now looking to pull back as well. A little bit of extra damage being absorbed as the Blade Master is now in that front line. 106 critical strike. Able to finish off some more units. The Priest getting blocked every which way again as the Spirit Walker is also getting taken down. Peasants joining in, and the Riflemen, 4 Riflemen with their focus fire really doing a lot more damage than I would have expected at this stage. Water Elementals need to get into position to try and tank some of this damage as well, as a low hit point Footman now trying to run to the back. You can take a look at this. The Sasquatch is going after all of the other units, ignoring all of the peasants, and that peasant is actually a fairly decent front line here, surprisingly enough. Blood Mage sitting at 130 mana. Now needs to get back into position. Archmage is going to be able to pick up perhaps a Scroll of Healing. Oh no, another Circlet of Nobility and a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. What is this strategy? I do not know for certain. +6 on every single stat because of 3 Circlets of Nobility. That's essentially a Robe of Magi. Not a Gauntlet of Ogre Strength, but what is that? Belt of Giant Strength and what's the Boots of Quoth the Lost. So yeah, that's how powerful those 3 items are. Alright, Archmage coming, or Blade Master coming across, trying to get some damage here. There's a Spirit Link, no disenchants. Oh no, disenchants are coming through. There's the banish onto the Blade Masters. The Blade Master now pushing back again. Alright, the Rifleman able to get in a lot more focus fire, which doesn't really seem to make sense since there is Spirit Link. Spirit Link should be able to dissipate all of that focus fire in a matter of seconds, as we now see a Cloak of Shadows being picked up there. Alright, we're going to see another steal once more. Blade Master being forced to retreat again as the Water Elemental now making its way forward. Alright, Blood Mage sitting at level 1, getting closer and closer to level 2 for that all-important second ability. Also, any reinforcements will have to pass by from this side, which is rather dangerous and not altogether that helpful. You can take a look. Illusions are coming across here, and then just we'll see what's going to be happening here. All right, towers are being added. Here we go. There's the engagement. Ensnare onto a priest. Priest getting banished is going to able to stay alive once more, as the priest should be able to heal themselves, and you can see how quickly they do in fact heal while they're in the ethereal form. It is, what, double effect, so the priest able to heal themselves back up in a moment's notice, as the towers arriving a little bit later than I would have expected, but still going to be able to do a lot of damage. All right, Blood Mage. Raiders now going to come across and try and engage. Peasants are not repairing the scout tower that they just built. Well, union labor laws, I guess, as the arcane tower gonna get canceled and focused back down as well. All right, let's see. Continuing the fight here, you can see more peasants or peons trying to back off again. Water elemental gonna get ensnared. A new tower coming into position as the archmage trying to go after those spirit walkers. A big disenchant goes across, as the rifleman with that range is actually giving a bit of problems to the orc army. All right, that priest needs to get away from that orc burrow. No real reason to stick around that fight, as more and more units will be rejoining in. Another rifleman coming back across. 60 supply compared to 51. A new a scout tower could be added in here. Riflemen or water elementals now coming across here and now going to be going after these units. All right, speed scroll coming across, able to get in some damage. Poor blade or rifleman now being used into the ethereal form again, trying to save all of that damage, as the blade master now going after units once more. All right, rifleman focus fire is really starting to add up, as grunts are getting taken down. Priest gonna get taken out here. As you can see, the riflemen are doing a great job. Blood Mage now trying to hide in the back here. No more scrolls of healing, surprisingly, as you see another healing wave go across multiple units. Grunts could be taking more damage. There's a siphon mana. All of a sudden, Blade Master giving mana to that Blood Mage. That's going to be more problematic, as we see some more scrolls of Town Portal again. No siphon mana again, as XiaoKK comes out ahead. 53 supply compared to 37. XiaoKK smelling like a rose at this stage in the game. Take a look at the overall population. 50 compared to 37. No additional upgrades. More riflemen and more priests being added still. How about the total resources right now? About the same current resources. Yeah, both sides need to get more, more resources once more. XiaoKK should be able to come back in from behind here, try to cause a bit of disruption. But the Blood Mage, if it can get to level 3, or the Archmage gets to level 4, that is going to shift things greatly. There is level 4 now. Water Elemental wandering or going to get taken down here, and I really think it's come down to that Blade Master stealing so much experience. If the Blade Master had not stolen so much experience, perhaps the Archmage would have been level 4 earlier, giving more mana, or perhaps the Blood Mage would even already be at level 5. A level 5 Archmage, or sorry, level 3 Blood Mage, significantly stronger than level 2. That next level ability, able to siphon out more mana or do something else extremely effective, as we are still looking at 56 compared to 47. Riflemen only at 10 upgrades, as the Archmage looks to clear out some more creep camps. Now, the Granite Golems and the Rock Golems are potential creep camp clears. Archmage, no dust of appearance. This is going to actually be a very, very big issue, as the Blood Mage may get to level 3. Blood Mage does see Slippers of Agility and Manual of Health. That should help out tremendously, as well as the Sorceresses are now finally being added. Where were the Sorceresses earlier in the battle, as that would have caused a lot of slowness. Archmage, well, not even really knowing where that Blade Master is, gonna go ahead, head off to the Mercenary Camp. 52 supply compared to 59. Blade Master here, ready to go. There is a Windwalk Strike, trying to go after all of those units. There is Siphon Mana. Are we going to see a slow run away? Yes, we are. There is an Ensnare, as that stops the channeling as well. Rifleman trying to go after the units. Another banish onto the Blade Master. Blade Master just looking around, going, what can I possibly do in this upcoming fight, as he gets banished again. Blood Mage, just in an absolutely unfavorable position, gets ensnared. Oh, and Hex, Potion of Invulnerability finally being used. There goes a Grunt, as the Blade Master still out of commission constantly. Peasants, Militia now joining in on the fight. Sorceresses need to back off. Kodo Beast trying to, well, get something into its belly. As you can take a look, there is a little bit more damage. There is another sight, or another banish once more, as Grunt after Grunt is falling. 56 supply compared to, or 53 compared to 51 now. Much more even than I would have thought just moments ago, as there is some beautiful micro coming in from the human player. Archmage now looking to back off here. Capstone doing a great job just using what he has. 1-0 upgrades, sorceresses with slow, making it difficult. And, well, are we going to see the Blade Master just pretty much come over nearby and try and disrupt all of this once more? That is the big question. Archmage, well, drops a water elemental, going to be able to get a little bit more experience. If that Archmage gets to 5, well, things will pretty much be neutralized. Blood Mage now in the back gets a siphon, or not a siphon, a banish onto that sorceress again to try and save it. More peons coming in here as we see the raiders now coming in to engage. All right, units are just trying to run around in the back here. There goes a priest as the units are now, well, once more in a bad situation. All of a sudden, Capstone looking to try and recover from a very, very poor position. Constantly banishing units. The casting is just constantly going down across multiple units here as the Blade Master is, well, out of commission once more. It's like Cyclone, except, well, nope, Siphon mana again. The Blood Mage still has plenty of mana ready to go. There he goes again, Siphon, or banishing that Blade Master once more as the Archmage needs to get some more water elementals down. All right, another banish onto that Blade Master, perhaps. There it is, another banish there. Units are going to be running back. 55 compared to 47. A new water elemental now being dropped down. As you can see, the damage is starting to add back up again, trying to go after the Spirit Walker. Spirit Walker gets, well, far enough back again as it looks as though a Rifleman may get taken out once more. All right, Raiders going to go ahead and close in on that distance. 58 compared to 36. More Siphon mana. Blood Mage trying to, well, keep the Blade Master off of them, but it doesn't look good. Blade Master getting closer and closer to level 6, and with the diminished army, it looks like Capstone will be forced to give the GG here. He has pretty much nowhere to run, doesn't have the mana on the Archmage, and I believe a bit more experience on the Archmage. Level 5 on the Archmage. Stronger water elementals might have been enough, but this is going to be the end of it. 57 supply compared to 28, considering that 3 supply is sitting in the belly of that Kodo. At this point, all of a sudden, well, he can attack, move, and finish off this game. XiaoKK gonna be the victor in this game here. I'm calling it now. There it goes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.